What is up, everybody? What a ridiculous game. What a just from so many different perspectives, a classic Jets game, same old Jets, but they showed so many flashes. Gordon and I are going to be breaking down the latest Lions game. Wow.
Wow.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Just Gordon, hit me with your initial reactions. We like to just kind of talk about how
Yeah.
we immediately felt after the game. Obviously, a tough one. This is kind of how the last 3 weeks have been.
Yeah.
This is kind of like I feel like I felt the same way after the Vikings and after the Bills game that I do right now after the Lions game. I mean, what space are you in right now? What mindset are you in right now after this loss?
I think each week we've had these games where it's like, okay, we don't have to win out anymore. You know what I mean? There's still these chances to make the playoffs. Now we're in win now, win out mode. Like if we want any chance of making the playoffs, we need to win out. How I'm feeling? Slowly creep into the dark side, Dan. It hurts. It hurts after such a promising start to the season, but also, trying to be realistic is this season is a bit of has been a bit of a roller coaster. We've had, started off with Joe Flacco. Then we had, one of the best comebacks we've ever seen. And then Wilson plays for a little while. He's doing okay. He gets benched. And then Mike White comes in, and it's just all like
It's a
all of
Jet
these
year,
little
man. It's a
storylines.
Jet year. This is what the Jets do.
Huh?
I said it's a Jet year.
It is. It's a Jet year in the most Jet fashion. Now, how do I feel after this game? I feel a little optimistic about Zach Wilson's future, to be honest, Dan. To be honest. I mean, he came out for over 300 yards. He had one bonehead interception, which, I mean, he seems to have a lot of. But I mean, he spread the ball around, I thought, pretty well. Shout out Mike LaFleur for watching, because he obviously listened and got CJ Uzomah the ball.
Mike LaFleur watches this channel. That is just now it's just obvious. We pumped CJ Uzomah all week that we thought that he was going to be the make or break for this game. He needed to get involved, and he got involved. So, Mike LaFleur, thank you for watching, and I appreciate you watching this video.
So, I mean, it's I don't know. I feel meh. I don't know how to feel.
Dude,
other parts of the team let us down where I feel like Zach Wilson could have probably done better. Yes, I think you can look at any game and be like, quarterback needs to play better. You know what I mean? He missed this throw or whatever. But I think Zach Wilson did enough to win, and our special teams let us down. Our offensive line let us down, and our defense is not the same without Quinnen Williams. So that's just kind of hit me. What do you got? What do you got?
I agree with a lot that you said. Very accurate. Mostly with all of the hate that Zach Wilson is getting right now, he did do enough.
Yeah.
Enough to win this game.
Yeah.
He did. I mean, when you have a field goal, yes, it was like a 58-yarder, but when you have a field goal at the end of the game to tie the game and send it to overtime, you can look back and say, okay, your quarterback did enough to get you there. But this is my main concern. What we saw from Wilson this game is what we've been seeing from him all year.
Yeah.
Yes, he has the ability to make the ridiculous throw. Yes, he has the ability to scramble out of the pocket and throw the ball 60 yards. Yes, he has the ability to make things happen on his legs. Just like he has all of those intangibles that like literally 5 quarterbacks in the NFL probably have.
Yeah.
Like maybe not even that many. It's truly like, as in terms of his physical ability to play football, it's like Pat Mahomes, it's Josh Allen, Zach Wilson. I mean, like, there's only a few guys that can throw the ball 70 yards and also can run with some of the best tight ends and wide receivers.
Yeah.
And like Zach Wilson's in that category. It's not the things that he did in this game that impressed you. It's the things that he continues to prove to you that he can't do, which is the easy stuff.
I like that.
I mean, how long are we going to have this broken record where Zach Wilson makes the easy look hard and the hard look easy?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's like week after week. This whole reset thing, this was not a reset. This was like, hopefully Mike White can be the dude And if obviously if Mike White was able to play this game, he would have played.
Yeah.
And then I think we win this game with Mike White, honestly. I truly think that we do.
I think Mike
And
White
then
dies if he plays this game though with how our offensive line plays.
offensive, but dude, that's a good point. Offensive line's not helping
It's
Zach.
it's not it's
He's
god
not.
awful.
They're not helping Zach right now. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, we don't have a brand new offensive line here. These
No,
are
the
like
last 2
veteran
weeks
dudes.
or 3 weeks.
These are dudes that have been there for a little bit that have played well. They have proved
Yeah.
themselves to play well. But now for some reason we saw what they did when Mike White was in there, where he just got folded like a lawn chair. And now Zach kind of had to move all over the place, scramble a little bit here and there. And
Yeah.
he was able to do Zach. What I'm gonna go with my gas really quick.
Love it.
Zach had the ability to show us that he can make the big throws in big time situations. And that's what I loved.
Okay.
Like, we can bash Zach all we want about the 6-yard pass, the 10-yard pass, that he's not hitting his receivers and whatever it may be. But the dude still steps up when the game is at its hardest.
Yeah.
In that last drive, he could have very easily folded. He got sacked where the offensive line gave him no time to throw the ball. No, he wasn't able to hit this guy. He hit Garrett Wilson on like a 30-yard pass, scrambling on 3rd and 19.
Yeah.
And then he made that last throw where he's able to keep things going with his legs. My guess is that Zach still showed that gamer mentality that you want to have out of your franchise guy. But and I'm just going to go straight into my break so I can get this over with.
Do it.
That's my gas. He has the ability to make the great play and make the play under pressure. And that's what you want to see out of your franchise quarterback. But the touch, there's no touch on the ball.
Yeah.
Where is the touch? That's what Mike White does great. Like, these two quarterbacks, like anomalies, like, to each other. Like, Mike White is everything Zach Wilson is.
Put them together. Fusion dance, Dan.
Oh, man. Those two quarterbacks together would be an unbelievable, would be literally probably the best quarterback in the NFL. I'm not even kidding. If you could do a Zach Wilson and a Mike White combination, those two dudes as one quarterback, that's the best quarterback in the NFL. Because all Mike White has, yes, he actually has a better arm than you think, but like, he has so much touch on his ball. It's such a catchable ball. Yeah. Where Zach just doesn't throw that. And it's like, dude, is that something that can be taught? Can you teach someone to throw a catchable ball? Was he doing that at BYU and just for some reason right now he's overcompensating? I truly don't know. This goes back to like, I don't know the X's and O's of football enough, but like, we're no dummies, dude. We've been watching the Jets for a long time. We have the ability to see when a quarterback doesn't have something. Yep. And he doesn't have touch, and he doesn't have flow. It's like 40 yards, missed 3 passes, no run game, and now another 60-yard pass, missed 2 passes. It's like, you can't have this roller coaster of a quarterback if you want him to be your franchise guy.
Yeah.
The other players on the team are going to look at him and be like, we can't count on you because we don't know what we're going to get. Yep. And what Mike White provides you is consistency and competency at the quarterback position, where you know what you're going to get. You're going to get an accurate passer. You're going to get a guy who steps up in the pocket. You're going to get a guy who makes smart decisions. And that's everything that Zach doesn't do. And yes, Zach has all the intangibles in the world to be an amazing quarterback, but he's not doing the small things right. And that's killing us.
Yeah. I mean, so my gas is I don't even want to say the defense played bad, because I mean, we held them, until that last.
They did not play bad.
They
let up one
very
touchdown.
Huh?
They let up one touchdown.
One touchdown. They let up one touchdown. So my guess is that the defense played well enough without Quinn in there. I think we are definitely a much different defense without Quinn and Williams. I mean, offensive linemen don't have to worry about focusing on or double teaming or triple teaming the best defensive tackle in the league when he's not there. So that puts focus on other players. You know what I mean? So we didn't get to the quarterback as much this game. We didn't, we held them to one touchdown. So again, we played well enough. So my guess is that we still held the ball defensively. My break, dude, and this is gonna kind of sound weird. My break is on coaching today, dude. They did not like. I feel like the coaching let us down, and it's maybe it's just because we've had this quarterback controversy, or the storylines have been elsewhere. The beginning of the year was Zach Wilson banging moms. It was Mike White or Strevler in like Strevler's that dude in preseason. Like, there were storylines elsewhere, and like, Maybe it's because Saleh is like such a good guy. He's got a good demeanor. He handles the media well. But like Saleh's done some things this year that like have now kind of made me I'm not trying to say Saleh out or anything like that, but like Saleh's learning. Zach Wilson is learning. It's like they're getting puppy trained in the shop window right now. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
if Zach Wilson had 3 years or 2 years to sit back and learn all of these things, these nuances of the game that he's struggling with, then maybe he, would be the guy. Saleh lied about an injury beginning of the year. You know what I mean? So it's like, or injury timeline, you know what I mean, with Becton and all of that. So it was a lot of different things that have kind of made me question the coaching. The handling of the timeout situation at the end of this game was absolutely insane. I feel like we wouldn't have gotten a touchdown, but we would have gotten 10, 15 more yards had we sat, thought about it, kind of read the defenses a little bit.
If you give Greg like a 50-yard and in, like it was a 58-yarder, right?
Give the leg a better chance. You know what I mean?
If we would have called one timeout and had an extra literally 30 seconds on the clock, we would have been able to get 8 yards, 10 yards.
Something.
And if you give Greg the leg a 49-yard kick or a 48-yard kick, dude, that changes the whole game.
Gives you a better percentage of getting it.
Not definitely, but I feel like it's like an 80% chance, 70, like at least that you go to overtime.
Yeah.
And you're right. That's absolutely what we needed. And I get it's great that Saleh is a man of character.
Yeah.
He is.
I love him. Don't get me wrong.
He stands up where he's a player's coach. He's a fan's coach. He's almost everything you want out of a head coach, and I love that about him. It's fantastic. And I'm glad that he owns his mistakes, but man, what a big one. Like he said, you would have at least gotten one more playoff, a minimum of one more playoff.
You never know.
And let me say this real quick. And I understand that Zach and Braxton are like close friends off the field. Dude, why was Brax being targeted so much at the end of that game? You have Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson, and we're throwing deep balls to Braxton Berrios with a minute and a half on the clock. Is that your deep threat? Is that the guy who's going to go up and catch a jump ball after a 40-yard pass? I mean, come on, man. That's not the guy that you throw a 40-yard pass to when you need a playmaker and you're out Mims and you're out Corey Davis. I love Braxton Berrios. I have his jersey. He's probably him and DJ Reed are my favorite players on the team. And Braxton he's a Swiss Army knife type of guy. Throw the ball 80% of the time in those situations to Garrett Wilson. And if Garrett Wilson, for some reason, has 19 guys on him, throw it to Elijah Moore. Yeah. That's when you find that guy. You don't find Braxton Berrios on a deep route when you need like 15, 20 yards. That was terrible.
I like things that make me question what's going on with Zach Wilson. I mean, like we see Garrett Wilson visibly upset with him. You know what I mean? After he missed him in that wide open shot. It happened 2-3 weeks ago where he's like, this guy, or, before he got benched, he's like, this guy needs to get benched or something. You know what I mean? Like he came off saying a lot of things, and it's just like, is the well too dried up? Or like, you know what I mean? Like even if Zach Wilson was that guy tomorrow, like are some of those players on that offensive side just done with him because of the actions that he's either done
I think some
or
are.
seen? That's a lot of speculation. I don't know, but I'm not,
I think some have seen enough. And Garrett Wilson's a dude that's only seen 1 year of Zach. And that's
Garrett Wilson is you want to get some player input and not but like Garrett Wilson is that dude. Like he's the best wide receiver we've ever drafted. And that's clear because he just broke that rookie record. You know what I mean? So it's like whatever means necessary, we're keeping on to him. If it means cutting or not playing Zach Wilson after year 2, I don't care. I as much as I like the guy or want to like the guy, the football's a dirty business and we need to win. And I think if we start the season with Zach Wilson next year and we don't see much improvement, Douglas's seat is getting a little hot. Saleh's seat is getting hot. You know what I mean? After 3 years and still.
You can't. I mean, it's a lot of it's contingent upon what's going to happen here in this Jaguars game and what's going to happen for the rest of the season, because
those things will come.
Here's going to be what's so tough, and this is why head coaches get paid the big bucks. It's like, let's say Zach Wilson goes out and throws for 345 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and he beats the Jags. Do you bring Mike back against the Seahawks, or do you ride with Zach?
I think
that is going to be the hardest decision that he's ever had to make.
Zach Wilson as a starter right now is what, 5-3? Mike White's 1-2. The offense definitely runs better with Mike White, but I don't know. That would be a tough call, man, because
That's a tough call. That's a 50-50. That's like a coin flip
yeah,
call.
that's why Salah makes the big bucks. You know what I mean? That's why,
Truly.
yeah. So I don't know, man. Thursday night football gonna be fun. Primetime game.
I'm
Here we
excited for
go.
it, dude. In New York, I'm mostly excited because it's in New York. Oof, but man, I mean, it's
Jags are
crazy.
looking Jags are looking good.
They're looking good. Trevor Lawrence is coming into his
We are
own, but like
trending down. Jaguars are trending up.
you have
We'll
the
get to
Zach
that this week.
Truthers, you have the Zach Truthers, and you have the guys that literally never want to see him play again. And I think you're going to hear both.
Yeah.
It's like the boos and the applause that is waiting for Zach Wilson is like contingent upon one play, two plays. If he starts doing stuff 3rd and 7 and misses an open receiver, dude, it's like this franchise, and this is why I love Jet fans because we're so passionate. I've been saying that all year. But like we are ready to either burn or crown anybody that comes in this franchise. We will make you everything that you want to be. There's some quote in some movie, I will make you everything that you want to be, or I will burn you. And it's like, that's what we do to these players, man. It's like, we will run you out of town, but if you perform, you will literally be a god. You will be the Josh Allen of New York.
Yeah.
The real New York.
Well, yeah.
I don't care about the
Jersey.
whole Buffalo
Josh
thing.
Allen in Jersey.
Let's not go there.
Yeah, dude.
But
Zach
man,
Wilson may have
I'm
that
excited.
dog in him, man, but his leash is very, very short right now.
You've had some good analogies tonight. I've loved it. The whole shop dog in the shop window thing.
That one came off the top of the dome. I've been sitting on that short leash one for a little while. You gave me the chance. But that
notes up on the
puppy training
now.
in the shop window, just I mean, it's
Dude,
true though, right?
Good.
Like all the great
all
the great quarterbacks, but like they had time to sit behind someone, they had time to learn. Zach Wilson is literally trial by fire, like learning on the job. And
when have the Jets not done that to Mark Sanchez, Chad Pennington?
Yeah.
Chad Pennington, Mark Sanchez, Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson.
We don't have that luxury.
Hey,
we
man,
don't have
come
that luxury.
save us. Come save us.
Yeah. Well,
and we haven't had a savior yet.
No. Let's lock it down. Let's put this one in an envelope, mail it away. Let's win. Let's win against the Jags next week. We got to win out.
Can we please, God? If we go 7-8 after being 6-3, I mean, come on. You know what? The only thing that I will say, and that I'll be able to sleep at night, is if we lose versus the Jags, I will just say we're not a playoff team. We don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
Here's a truth. Our defense, 100% a playoff caliber.
Well, then don't let up a 51-yard touchdown catch with 4th and inches.
It's not there.
No, the defense would be there. No, it's tough to argue with that, but
yeah, we'll see. Maybe we're not a caliber. Maybe we're not a playoff team, but I sure hope we are, and I sure hope we see it. We've won. Well, I think I saw something today. It was like there's been 3 years where we've been in this situation. 2007, 2009, or something like that, where we won the last 3 games and we were in the playoffs. So
we haven't had a winning season in 7 years.
Just give me a winning season. That's all I want.
I will not be happy with 9-8, but I will be able to smile and say that was a fun year to watch because it is fun,
last year. I'll be happy with 9-8.
And at the end of the day, you have a family. I have a family. We get to go back to our families and enjoy. And it's been a fun year. It's been a fun year. There's been the ups. There's been the downs. Zach Wilson, Joe Flacco, Mike White, these people are starting. Now we have some locker room controversy. Now we got this going on, all this stuff. If we end up finishing 9-8 or 10-7 and we miss the playoffs, I will be devastated. I will be hurt. And it will just be gut wrenching. But at least I'll have the ability to be like, man, every game was fun. Every game has been fun, dude.
Every game has meant something.
We're losing games by one possession, one play. And that's what you want as a fan. You want to at least be able to root your team on and know that you have a chance of winning. And we haven't had that in a long time. We literally go into games being like, hopefully we don't get blown out. And I had never have that feeling anymore. I know that we're going to be in the game no matter what, and it's going to come down to the 4th quarter. Simple as that. Yeah.
All right, Jet fans. We're locking it up. We're putting it away.
Sorry for the rant, everybody. I just felt like I needed to speak.
Short week, Dan.
Short week, man.
This
Quick
is
turnaround.
Jets therapy. I'm here to listen,
Thank you.
process it.
Thank you.
Who knows?
And that's that.
Maybe they surprise us. Let's
All
hope
right,
so.
man. Well, we're gonna have to get up. We're gonna have to get back on the horn here in about a day or two, and
Real
talk
quick
about this
turnaround.
upcoming Jags game. It's dude, like you said earlier, the Jags are surging just like the Lions were. Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback than Jared Goff. I think the hands down.
Yeah.
And this defense is gonna have to show up again, and like we're still waiting for that light switch to flick up on Zach Wilson's arm, and we'll see if we got it this Sunday.
His arm's there. It's the brain, Dan.
Well, that too. That's a big part.
Fingers
of
crossed we get Q back too. Fingers crossed.
I think we will, and Corey.
And Corey. Yeah.
You get Corey because Mims is out, and Jeff Smith is going to be out. So you get Corey back, and you get Q back. You got your main starters back, and Zach needs all the help he can get, obviously. And
yeah,
keep throwing the ball to Garrett Wilson, man.
Maybe we'll see James Robinson against his old team. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Doubt it.
All right, everybody. We will talk to you soon.
JETS.
Jets.
Toot toot.